I'm looking back at the albums I heard growing up, but not like Animals or Love Supreme, just the deeper cuts. Here are the albums that made me. Today's episode represents another big turning point in my life. 2/3 of the way through 7th grade, our family went through a bit of an upheaval as we moved from Nashville to my grandmother's house in Wauchula, Florida. So starting today, I will be looking at the albums I associate with my time amongst the cows in the orange groves. That first year in Wauchula, I remember attending the Hardy County Fair. There was a booth there from the pop station out of Tampa, Q105. I stopped there and answered a trivia question correctly, earning me a prize, a vinyl copy of the 1980 debut solo release by Michael Des Barres, I'm Only Human. And if you don't know Michael Des Barres, he co-wrote the song Obsession that became kind of a big hit for that band Animotion in 1982. And in 1984, he had a band called Checkered Past that opened for Duran Duran. The following year, well, you remember Power Station, the side project of Andy Taylor and John Taylor? Well, when Power Station's singer, Robert Palmer, left, they called on Michael Des Barres to take over for the U.S. tour. Also, Michael was married to Miss Pamela Des Barres, the legendary groupie who wrote the book I'm With the Band. And over the next couple of years, I played I'm Only Human a lot. Not because it was anything I'd ever go and seek out for myself, but because I won it as a prize and I felt attached to it. In hindsight, learning this album probably primed me to go back later in life and have an appreciation for some of the things that inspired this album, like Bowie's Berlin trilogy. The music on I'm Only Human is, well, imagine if Rod Stewart did a full energy 80s synth heavy new wave album with influences from like the Ramones and Elvis Costello. All stuff I had no knowledge of in 1982 when I first got the album. I just know I liked it because I won it fair for being smart. The standout tracks for me, well, the ones I remember most clearly from my time listening as a kid anyway, are Dancing on the Brink of Disaster and I Don't Have a Thing to Wear. Final analysis, is this an album I still like? I guess to this day I have a soft spot for this one, so let's just say I'm fond of it. Is this an album I still spin regularly? Honestly, it's been decades since I've heard it, and I don't think it's on any of the streaming services. Would I recommend I'm Only Human? I don't know that I would. There are other albums that do this kind of thing better, but hey, it's still fun. If you got a thing for obscure 80s new wave, then yeah, check it out.